Ramadan Mubarak. Today we're going to be taking a flavor trip to Morocco with this easy halal beef tagine. We're going to begin by finely chopping a 2-inch piece of ginger and dicing 2 yellow onions by cutting them in half and placing several vertical slices at 1/4-inch intervals. Then place 3 horizontal cuts, being careful not to cut all the way to the root. This is the best way to cut onions, it saves so much time. We'll put those into separate mixing bowls and set those aside. Next, we'll prepare some halal boneless beef chuck roast, available at the link in the description below, and we'll cut those into about 2-inch cubes. I wouldn't recommend making your pieces bigger than 2 inches because they will take a lot longer to cook and we don't want to have any tough, chewy pieces in our beef tagine. I didn't have a tagine here in the studio, so I decided to use our Instant Pot. I started by sauteing our onions in some olive oil with 3 medium cloves of garlic. I always recommend using a garlic press, it's one of my favorite kitchen utensils. We'll saute that until the garlic is nice and fragrant, then we'll add in our beef. We want to saute that until the beef is browned and the released juices start to simmer. And while that browns, why don't you hit like and subscribe so you never miss one of our halal recipes. We put new ones out every Friday. Now we'll add in our ginger and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We'll let that simmer for a bit before we add enough water to cover our beef. The amount of water you'll need will depend on the size of your pot, but we used about 2 cups or so. Next, I tied a handful of cilantro with some cooking twine and tossed it into our pot. Tying up the cilantro will make it much easier to remove later. Now we'll cover our pot with the lid and pressure cook on medium for 45 minutes. In the meantime, we'll prepare some garnishes. Normally, garnishes aren't the most required thing, but man, if you skip these, you're gonna regret it. We'll start by frying up half a cup of slivered almonds in butter on medium-low heat. Make sure to stir these constantly as they'll burn extremely quickly. Once those are golden brown, remove those to a mixing bowl and set aside. Now we'll prepare my favorite part of this dish, the prune sauce. I've never made a prune sauce before, but this was exquisite. The prunes have such a rich flavor, the honey helps increase the sweetness, and the water brings both of these ingredients together so simply. Finally, we'll mix in 2 more teaspoons of cinnamon and mix that all up, remove from the heat and set aside. Now that our beef is fully cooked, we'll season it with salt and pepper to taste. I probably used about 1 to 2 teaspoons each. Remove and discard the cilantro, remove our beef to a mixing bowl and bring the liquid to a low boil and reduce by about half. Once our liquid is thickened, we'll add our beef, mix it up, then we'll serve it on turmeric rice topped with our prune sauce and almonds. This dish is so complex, the richness of the prunes combined with the savory meat and spices is just too good to skip. And that's it for this week. If you like this recipe, click like and subscribe so you never miss one of our great halal recipes.